Learned quite a lot about snakes and leeches. Panama was not a fun time. Got sunburnt like you wouldn't believe.
That sounds horrible. If you don't like the woods, or not the woods, the Amazon, then you definitely wouldn't like that.
It was a little dicey.
Yeah.
The idea was to orient people, get them trained for deployment to Vietnam, and it did that very well.
If you could go back, would you change anything about your life?
I think everyone would, to a greater or lesser extent.
Right.
And
I think everything happens for a reason.
A whole bunch of things I would adjust if I could, but I can't. So.
Right. You also have a sailboat for sale.
That's right.
And what is this sailboat?
The sailboat that I have right now is a 36-foot Islander motor sailor. It's a wonderful sailboat.
And we have a Hobie Cat, so it's tiny, but how many people can fit on it?
At least 4 comfortably. We could probably go to 6 if the need arose.
Okay.
It's a nice boat,
That's cool.
Comfortable boat.
And you don't want it anymore, or you don't have any need for it?
It's in Titusville, Florida,
Okay.
and I'm here. And my thought is that I will sell the boat that I have currently in Titusville and move the money, which is much easier to transport, over here and buy a boat that's more suited to my needs here.
What kind are you looking for, like a pontoon boat or?
Probably not. Probably a sailboat, shallow draft, about 26, 28 feet, something in that order.
So you'll be able to sail that by yourself then?
Mm-hmm. That's the goal.
The best place to take your sailboat is, do you know where Sanibel is?
Yep.
Okay, right before the causeway, there's like a little drop off area. You should go there so you don't have to pay the toll. Plus, it's really cool over there.
Thank you. I'll look at that.
So, where was your favorite area to sail?
Almost down here, almost all of my sailing has been in the intercoastal from Titusville, either north for half a day or south for half a day.
Okay. Yeah, me and my brother, we like sailing a lot. He loves the sailboat, but it's not working properly right now. There was like an accident where the boom fell over and almost smashed him. So we were lucky that didn't happen, but it's a good boat. It's just wear and tear here and there.
They wear out.
How many sailboats have you owned?
This was the 5th one.
Wow. Did you ever race them? Or?
Every opportunity.
Really? My uncle was really into racing, and it's really funny. He raced in high school. So like they would have like races and stuff like all over the whole state and everything. He even sailed in Mexico. It's pretty cool. It's pretty crazy, but have you sailed anywhere else other than?
Sailed in Massachusetts Bay, Marblehead Harbor, Marblehead area, and Beverly. Okay. And my first home out of the service was in Beverly, Massachusetts, and it was right within a mile of Beverly Harbor. So I had to have a sailboat, and that worked out very well.
Yeah, that's cool. And you mentioned that you love skiing. I skied in Colorado Springs 2 years ago, and I was a beginner, and I decided to go on the big hill just to, I thought I was like tough or something. And me and 2 other people went on the big hill, and one of my friends went through the trees, just right through them, and I was like left alone, so I like crawled my way down. It was terrible. But I mean, it was fun. It was a good experience. But
in fact, I think you started just right. I used to encourage new skiers, start at the top. You'll get to the bottom. I
like freaked out. I didn't know anybody there, and it was pretty scary, but it was fun.
You didn't have an instructor point out to you.
Well, he told us not to go on there.
That you are not going to live forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Have fun.
But after my friend hit a tree, she wanted to go back up, and I'm like, I think that's enough for you. So she
hitting trees is not good.
No, but I don't know. She liked it or something. I don't know why. So you've skied in New Hampshire. Have you ever gone up to Utah and skied?
No, I skied when I was at Fort Carson. We went to Aspen.
Oh wow!
And that was a memorable trip. Only did it once. It was wonderful.
Really? Did you go all the way up to the top?
Of course.
Really? That's so scary.
Somebody has to do it. The view is beautiful
huge.
up there.
It's like-
yeah, it's a nice hill.
Oh my gosh, how long did it take you to get down?
You know, I can't remember. My wife was with me at the time. She was my fiance, and she had concerns similar to yours. It took us quite a while to make our way down.
Yeah. Was she like freaking out too?
Yeah, she
I
did.
probably would have. I probably would have just sat down in the snow and wouldn't move. That's what I did for a while.
Well, you know, it gets cold after a while.
I know. I figured that out, and then like somebody came and like almost
Skiing's
skied
like
over
that.
me.
You got to figure it out for yourself.
It's fun, but it's scary for like a first timer. You don't know where you're going, so.
We'll work it out.
So you made it down the hill. That's got to be like a huge honor to do that. You know, a big accomplishment. to
That
go-
was a very pleasant
Yeah.
ski trip. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that.
Have you ever gone snowboarding before?
No, that hadn't been invented when I was involved in skiing. I did skiing, snowshoeing, cross-country skiing.
Or with like the little skis?
Mm-hmm.
You've done that before?
What little skis?
The tiny ones, like
Oh, no.
Oh.
Mine were taller than I am.
you did cross-country skiing. You said.
Cross-country is
What
on
is-
a narrow ski
What is that like?
with a boot adapted to hinge on the ski so that you can essentially walk or run, just for fun.
Just for fun? You said you liked Fort Knox, and then you also majored in English.
That's right.
Why did you choose that subject? What was so interesting about English?
English is a fascinating field of study. It touches upon everything. It is our native language, and I thought that if I learned English, and to read, I could probably learn about anything else that I needed to.
Right.
And so it's worked out.
And you liked it? It was fun?
Yeah,
Okay. You
I still read.
never thought about being an English teacher? Never?
Once I did. I became qualified as an instructor, but I never pursued it.
Never did? Would you have been a professor at a college or high school teacher?
When I looked, it was at a secondary level back at the high school I attended, and I'm just as happy that that didn't work out.
Yeah. Well, I think that your life, it sounds like it was a great life, and you love Cypress Cove. You've met a lot of friends there, and you've been there for 6 months, you said?
No, 6 weeks maybe.
6 weeks, okay. 6 weeks, and it's worked out great, huh?
So far.
Yeah? And what kind of facilities do they offer there?
It's a complete continuing care facility. It's fully licensed in Florida. They have independent living.
Okay.
That's what I'm involved in currently. If my health situation changes, they can provide assistance for me
Right.
in the unit that I live in.
You said that you looked for that when you were looking around?
And they have a nursing home facility as well. So
And it was great having you on Meet Your Neighbor, and I'm glad I got to talk with you.
thank
It was
you very
nice.
much. I enjoyed it.
So hopefully we have you back sometime and talk to you more.
Tell more war stories.
All right, cool. Meet your neighbor. Who's cueing me?
I'm going to be.
Ooh, okay.
Can you see them or do you just hear them?
I just see them.
Guys.
It's okay.
Let's start rolling. Yeah. He's retired. What is he talking about? It's not my boss. He's the one who set up this job.
He says perfect. Good job. Good job.
How much do I owe y'all for this wonderful interview? That was good. Y'all did good.